Welcome to the port city of Mobile, Alabama, here at Hancock-Whitney Stadium for what ought to be a terrific matchup in the 68 Ventures Bowl. There's nothing quite like wrapping up a regular season with a bowl victory. It just leaves a good taste in your mouth going into the offseason. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense takes the field for the first time today. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on second. Looking downfield, it's Howard. He makes the connection. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important, because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Man, this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run, and that is a huge statement on their opponent's opening drive of the game. 3rd and short, they don't just get a stop. They get a tackle for loss. That sends a very clear message that they're going to be the more physical side today.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On the move, it's White. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. So Tennessee's offense will go to work for the first time today. And a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football at a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want to do, and you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how much he'll test that cornerback on the other side.
You know, there's a saying, there's no defense for a perfect pass, but he's got to be extra careful and sharp when he's throwing that guy's way.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He'll pull it on the read. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, they were trying to set up the option, but the quarterback had no chance. Did you see the defensive tackle penetrate? What a great first step. He shot right through the offensive line and got the TFL.
And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on 3rd down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Turns it on in midfield. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
This guy just gives you fitness. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback doing that to your defense.
And the Volunteers want to crank the tempo. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Fires into traffic, picked off.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end. He's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. What do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
This offense set up with a 2nd and short. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup.
That's a really nice run right there. And one of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State and their tradition at running back, right? With all the athletes they've had throughout the decades, this guy was meant to play in the shoe.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Gonna run it, it's Henderson. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the 1st.
And the Buckeyes have this offense rolling. They'll try the run. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. It's been a defensive battle through the 1st period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. They'll give it to the back. And he could not get loose on the run.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout in front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the 1st down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Getting some heat. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Already 2 for 2 on 3rd down, but this time they'll need 9 to convert. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking for a man, it's Howard. Pocket starts to collapse. Makes the grab on the left. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that third down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle setting up for him.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. Out of the gun to give to the back. Find some room, and that's what you want to get away from the goal line. A 5-yard pickup out to the 6.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
The Volunteers want to move quickly. Right back to the well. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Toss sweep right. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
And the Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Iamaleava. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Going over the top. It's complete. A huge pickup. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. They're bringing heat. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
One of the big risks about being in an empty set is that you don't have tight ends or running backs helping you out in pass protection, and that time the quarterback got hit right before he let it go, and that's why that ball fell incomplete.
No gain on 1st down after the incompletion. Now 2nd and 10 from the 40. Got him downfield. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Now on 1st down from the 30. The aerial assault continues. Caught near the sticks. It's Thornton. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown ball! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
Attempt to try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
That makes the score Tennessee 7, Ohio State 0.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
To throw, it's Howard. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. 1st and 10. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. He's looking to throw, feeling some heat. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Makes the grab and a nice gain, gets it to the 35. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Reese, talk about an edge-of-your-seat type first half, or as they call it there in Mobile, just another typical 68 Ventures Bowl. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the 68 Ventures Bowl.
Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. And it seems like every time they throw it, it's 1st down time in Tennessee.
1st down time, and then let's go again. Let's throw it again. These offenses are not afraid to throw the football. When you got a trigger man you trust, let it rip.
Running back searching for a hole. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Vols come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll go right back to the run. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
And the Volunteers will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. That's reeled in, it's Sampson. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? They'll try to get the first through the air. Finds the tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Here's the handoff. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Now on the option. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for a loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Man, oh man, these offenses just haven't been able to find any room to get things going, David.
And to quote the great philosopher, Reese Davis, this is very ungood. Just nothing working for this offense, Palmer. They got to find something.
Well, the plays look good against the scout team during the week in practice, but they have just not been able to find a rhythm against this defense today.
The Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw. It's Howard. And the pass is intercepted. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has them set up at the 16.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
The offense starts with a short field. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Grabbed in the middle, it's White. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Floating away. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Volunteers! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. To the air, it's Howard. He's got his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Smith. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
You know, at this point of the game, guys, trailing the way they are late in the game, check down throws are not going to get it done. You have got to be more aggressive in the passing game. You're going to have to just start taking shots.
The Buckeyes in the hurry up. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. With the catch, it's Henderson.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. They want to just keep throwing it. Caught over the middle. It's Henderson. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and lead the clock.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Finds his man. It's Smith. Open space at the 25. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
Well, finally this offense is able to show a bit of a pulse. I mean, we haven't seen this all game, but how about that play? Generating an explosive one in the passing game. They're obviously trailing here in the 4th quarter. Maybe that's the play that's going to give them some life and give them a chance to win this game.
Wide receiver shows motion. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking to throw, it's Howard. Buys a little extra time. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. They want to throw it. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. Looking to throw on second down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Pass. Now we're in the third and goal. You'd like to see this part of the field where you can exert some of that physicality, run the football. I know you're doing it. I know the field shrinks, but I'm going to be tougher than you, more physical than you. I'm going to run the football down your throat.
IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for 6. To the end zone and is picked off. Offense getting set for first down. They move the tight end all over. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
How about the job by this defense? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
They'll go to the ground. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on fourth. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Volunteers will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. And they spike it to stop the clock.
Incomplete. It leads to second down.
Now on second down. Back to throw, it's Howard. Unloads to the wideout. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand.